If you're someone that is in the gym on the regular, with scheduled routines, workouts that you are pre-designed, certain body parts, certain days, and you're watching what you eat and you're doing everything that you're being told to do, but you're not seeing the results that you would expect or that you anticipated you would see, then this message is for you. I was that person, and I spent a lot of years working in a gym, so I was around it 24/7. And I would witness the fitness competition trainers that we had put themselves through grueling workouts and extreme diets to build this physique that in the reality is maybe not even meant for their body, but they do it, and kudos to them, because I could never do it. But my point here is, I did the workouts and the specific body parts and watching what I eat and getting the measurements done and really trying to work on getting to certain goals that just weren't in the cards for me. And instead of accepting it as, okay, like that's just not the body I'm gonna have, I took it on as myself. I placed blame on myself for eating something the night before that I knew I shouldn't have, or skipping a workout for the day, or just not being committed enough to be able to get to that goal. When the reality of the situation is, the only way I was ever going to get to that goal was to put myself in such a deficit that it was unhealthy. And that was not something that I wanted. And it wasn't worth it to me to have this specific physique that I knew in my heart wasn't something I would be able to maintain through the rest of my life. And that small mind shift alone changed my workout styles years ago. And I did get into the gym and I did lift heavy and I did try and push myself to do that, but I was never seeing the results that I expected, and then I would beat myself up, and I was in this vicious cycle and this negative loop that I would do it, I would try it, it wouldn't work, I'd blame myself, I'd feel like a failure, and then I'd get back up and I'd try it again, and I was stuck in the same loop, and I was never getting anywhere other than more frustrated and restricting myself more and more. So, in shifting my mindset about a year ago and really going into the gym with a mindful, present, intuitive stance, my workouts are still productive. I'm still burning calories. I'm still building muscle. But I'm doing it from a place of being supportive to what my body wants or needs or feels on specific days, and working with that to help us, myself and my body and my emotional body and my mental body and all of me, grow together. And that means working through the excess weight you're carrying in spaces that you just can't seem to get rid of in the gym. Maybe it has nothing to do with your diet or your workout habits or your sleep habits. It strictly has to do with your thought patterns, trauma or emotions or feelings that are stuck in your body that need to be released so you can actually grow and heal that part of your body and then start to see the changes you're looking for. And as you get more and more in tune with yourself, you can change your eating up to fit what your body is craving. You can adjust your workouts to work out with your body. If you start to notice certain areas down the road come up again as feeling like you have stuck energy or you're carrying extra weight, you know that there's something else underneath that you need to look at on a very spiritual soul level to be able to move through that plateau. And I'm here to help you do that. I'm here to help you learn to get in touch with your intuition and that inner voice, and to quiet the outside world and the shoulds and should not haves and the recommendations on caloric intake and intake and tracking your macros is the only way to get. If you listen to you and not the outside world, you are going to get in tune with what works for you. And it may not look like anything that's out there. And I can promise you from firsthand experience that looking past the judgments of society on certain things and listening to your body is going to take you places that you never imagined possible, on both a physical, not only a physical level in your body and your workouts, but also on your mental and your emotional and your energetic and your spiritual soul level. You are going to change every aspect of your body the more you start to listen to yourself and not let your ego and your battle wounds of life decide who you're going to be. Because the minute we let those take over and the outside world becomes our personal goals to have the life that somebody else looks like they have on social media, or to have the life that society makes look so enticing. Sorry, my cat's doing crazy flips. And the more we're able to not let those take over, because that's our ego is going to distract us. It's going to try and keep us in these places because it feels like it's protecting us. So part of it is taking back the power from our ego and giving it to ourselves and trusting ourselves versus relying on society and past experiences of our life and traumas to dictate and guide where we're going to be, who we're going to be, how we're going to act, and thinking that that's all okay because I went through X, Y, and Z. Because being a mean, harsh person and being unkind to other people and putting expectations and judgment on situations and people that you don't even know is your ego. That is your ego distracting you from the fact that that person is triggering you. So the more you can intuitively work through these, and you're working through that not only outside of the gym but also in the gym, and building your workouts to work with what needs to be released, then you and your body are going to explode and become so in tune and aligned that the rest of the world and life around you has no choice but to fall in line with where you are headed.